Guys, we've encountered my very first ever problem that I've seen with this. I fucked up a little bit here. I cut down there when I was going in. It's lifted up here. Hey guys, welcome to a very first on Bloore On Mandalore. I'm super keen about this. This is the other side of Star Wars that I love, which is collecting. I'm a huge collector of the Vintage Collection, which is a Hasbro line of figurines. They look somewhat like this. Basically, being close to May the 4th, we have got massive Star Wars sales everywhere, and I have jumped on the bandwagon and I got some really cool figurines that I thought, hey, I'll just show you guys what I do, what I like doing with these figurines, and kind of give you a little glimpse about the future of said figurines. Now, the one thing that you've got to realize about me is I am an unboxer. Yes, freaky for all of you people who keep it in the container or the package, whatever you want to call it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I want to play with my figurines. I want to put them in different positions, and I want to fuck around with them, you know? I want to take photos, like actually enjoy what I've got, not see them sitting there on a wall doing absolutely nothing. But what I have been recently doing is collecting the card backs. So what I do is I cut out the figurine from the bubble and also its plastic wrapping on the top. And I will use my trusty craft precision knife. So slice all of those out of there, and then I will trim everything off so it's all nice and neat. It's not sharp because you get a lot of the plastic kind of flaking off, and it'll get super sharp and it'll rub on the other ones that I'm putting with it. Look, a lot of mumbo jumbo. I think let's just get into it. Let's see some of the figurines that I have gotten today. First of all, I want to start off with Clone Captain Hauser. Clone Captain Hauser, you've seen him even in the 3rd season of Bad Batch, but you see him when Crosshair takes on a rogue clone squad in the earlier seasons. Really, really cool character. Look, this is a new edition, but I really wanted to see his season 3, where his season 3 has a band of pouches, I guess you could call them, on his chest plate. I think it looks so much cooler, like genuinely so much cooler. The one thing that I will say with this figurines, all of the figurines that I have today have got helmet removable ones, so you get to see their face underneath. Two big things when it comes to TVC or the Vintage Collection is helmets on, like as a base, or helmets off. Now, the Mandalorian, I have a majority of the Mandalorian figures that are out there. The Mandalorian, you don't have a figurine where you can take his helmet off. Look, I wish you did. I actually got the Marak version where he's in a Shore Trooper outfit, just so I could take off the head on that and put it on the body. I was thinking about carving out the helmet there. I don't know, but it just allows for more customization. You can, if the head size works, you can slip different helmets on different ones and kind of make your own custom figurine. Now, it's not the best, not advised to change up everything, but you have the ability to. You could literally take off every one of the arms, every one of the legs, and just replace everything. So if you wanted to maybe get a slightly different color, take off Hauser's legs and put a 501st to have a deep, like a darker, more royal blue. However you want to do it. You could even change, he's got his helmet here, and I have Clone Captain Colt, who you could put his helmet on there, so you get that nice red. However you want to do it allows for more customization. So the next figurine that I've got here is the Mandalorian Fleet Commander. Mandalorian Fleet Commander, you see him on the Imperial Light Cruiser, Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Basically, he's working under Axe Wolves when he's just recently taken over all of Bo-Katan's faction. And he's basically driving the bus. I love this guy as a figurine. You don't really see too much of him in the actual show. Like, yeah, he's cool and all. But what I love about this is his helmet. All right? So his helmet there, it has the elongated... What I don't like about Boba Fett's is it cuts off so early. It kind of is just a little bit squashed. You have that elongated helmet with that visor flip down nodule. I can't remember exactly what it's called. But I want to customize that helmet. I actually think I'm going to customize that whole figurine if I possibly can. But that's going to be for a later date. I've got a bunch of paints. I've got a bunch of different things that I want to do. I think that is going to be the base model for a custom Mandalorian that I want to do of myself, because that is very close to a helmet that I actually wanted to 3D print and create. Next one, I have Shae Vizsla. So yes, that one goes into the expanded universe. I don't know too much about Shae Vizsla. I actually think if this... Give us a comment down below if you want. I will do a deep dive and I'll make a video off of Shae Vizsla, and I'll kind of do some toy photography, and I'll add a couple of photos in there of the different things that I want to do. I love this one because I love all of the customizations with the flamethrowers and also the helmet. I kind of wanted to turn this one into something a little more... Actually, I wanted to turn it into something that looked like my girlfriend, mainly because if I have my own custom Mandalorian and then she could have her own custom Mandalorian, then we could kind of be relationship goals. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of ruining figurines just for customize. Like, I could go out and I could get someone to actually make me a figurine like that. But look, you do with what you have. I actually got all of these on a massive discount, $8, right? Effectively, I could buy another one right now and I could customize that, and then I still have another. I could. $18, right? $18 for this bad boy. It is a new line of the vintage collection, so I understand why. But then I got this one, $10. All from JB Hi-Fi. Hopefully, they've still got the sale on when this is out. But I thought maybe I'd just give you a little bit of a detail, even about how I kind of break down these figurines and how I like to take them out of the packet. So the last thing that I want to do is take off these stickers, mainly because I know I get really excited with it and I'll just go, and sometimes I rip the card back. I focus on the most important part, which is taking these bad boys out of this big bubble wrapping. Now, the problem that you can see right here is the glue actually rips up the cardboard on the back, no matter what. No matter what. So what I like to do is I'll get my precision art knife, yeah? And I like to start around here, yeah? So I'll start around here and I'll work my way down. So let's just do this. Press this one in, right? Nice and easy. What you guys probably won't be able to see, but I'll try to show you, is I've actually got my precision knife underneath the second layer. Because these have got two layers in here. You've got the one which is the outer covering, and then you've got the one underneath, which is actually the plastic holding the figurine and all of the accessories together. So what I did was I pressed in there, and then I'm just going to slide it. When you've got that under, it is super easy to slide. Now, the biggest thing that I want to say here is make sure you have a gap from the bottom. My massive mistake that I'd always make is I would I would go right down as close as possible, and I would tear that little bit of glue, and I would actually cut up with my knife the bottom of this card back. So make sure you keep a good layer, yeah, probably a good couple of millimeters there. It seems a lot smaller than what it is. And then you can just slide it out, and you can cut that later. Don't even worry. Now, the important part is when you're coming down towards the bottom, it's actually going to force you down. Got to be careful here. So you get down to the bottom here, and that's going to force you down and out, and you're going to start cutting down at the bottom of this figurine. So what you do, and also this paper, the paper that's in here, that's basically like choking hazard, also copyright stuff, rah, 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 bull, scheißen Hauser. You want to cut through and just bypass that paper. Be super careful. I like to take my time. Sometimes I'll even saw my way through. Yep. And then I'll get to here, just onto the other side. Just onto the other side right there, and I'll stop. Now, the reason why I'll stop is because you can kind of see it there. That's starting to rip up the cardboard. Nothing that a little bit of TLC that can fix it later. But you do the exact same thing on the other side. Yeah? You press down, and then you try to get in. Now, what I find is with these precision knives, when you press it in like that, you can actually see there, I've got a good gap. You don't want to go in too far, but you want to make sure that it's in enough that you've pressed through that first layer, and then you can kind of bend only slightly. You don't want to actually fold this card, but you can kind of lean on the card a bit more, and there we go, nice and slidey. You can lean on the card just that little bit more so that you don't cut right into that graphic there, because that graphic is the most important part. That's how you're going to tell that that figurine is what it is. So I will just cut my way down. I went up a little bit too far there, but I'd rather go up too high than too low. Cut down, get down to the bottom, and boom, we are through there. You can test it yourself. I didn't get through on this bit. There we go. Okay, so the bottom is loose. Now, what you do is you just work your way around the top. Yeah. So I like to start just up the top there, like directly up the top. Remember, leave yourself some gap. The top's going to be your easiest part. All right. There we go. And we've cut that off. And we are so very close. Boom. Done, 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 Scaroni. So this is not the end, by the way. This is not the end. That's the most important part. We have got the card back. Now you'll see here, I have made a little bit of an incision in there. Not good, not smart, naughty, naughty. But if you look up here, I've got all of these gaps. Now, I don't need to show you guys this. What I'll do is I'll probably speed up the video, or I'll just cut it there and I'll bring you guys back when it's done. But the important part is we're going to cut all of that extra layer of plastic that was our little safety bubble. And we are going to try to make sure not to lift up any of this at the bottom. And I'll bring you guys back when it is finished. So one thing that just quickly, while I was actually cutting this up, what I thought I'd let you guys know is if you can get the very tip of this and just get it right under and perfect, you could actually slide that along. I did this side in one cut. Seriously, seriously one cut. But this is where it gets a little tricky. So you see I've gotten about that far off. And it hasn't been easy. Sometimes you might just want to take the L and get a little bit of it cut up. But if you're going to do that, make sure it's on that black part, because you can get a black Sharpie and just it up anyway. Unless you're trying to resell, take your time. Take your time. It's very simple. All you got to do is, at times as well, bring it close to your chest. Make sure as well when you're holding it that you don't yank it up too much. I had that problem so many times. I'd yank up the figurine. Sorry, not the figurine. I'd yank up the plastic, and then it would just pull off all of that hard stuff that's glued onto the cardboard. Talk about a waste of time. Talk about a waste of time. So I'm just gonna go finish this one up, and then I'll bring you guys back and I'll show you the end result. So guys, I just finished with this. It didn't actually take me that long, but I will point out a few things that I kind of struggled on. I'll show you the end result. Okay, end result, not too bad. You can't really see too much other than up the top here. You can see it's very visibly where I cut it, only because it's thicker up there. That's why it's so easy to cut. But look, could I touch it up? Yes. If this was a card back that I wanted exactly perfect, I would touch that up, and I would make sure that everything is looking exactly how it's meant to. But I purely just want this because it's for the figurine. I don't really care too much. As long as all of the sharp parts are done, come on, you're not really gonna see me complain. Now, at the bottom here, you'll see it has that lifting up. I've had to leave a lot of that, and I'll tell you why. That is lifting way too much of the actual card back off it. So if I slightly pull back with my thumb, yeah, I can see, you guys, my camera's not gonna be able to pick it up, but you'll see it's kind of ripping up that black there. Now, as we talked about before, yes, I could Sharpie that on, that's fine. Look, I'll rip that up there just to show you. Yeah, it's torn that backing off, and I hate it. But I'll cut that for you so you can see. I'll cut this side as well just to show you what is possible, that if you have screwed up and you feel like it's the end of the card back, guys, don't worry, everything is salvageable. Obviously, don't force it as well. It won't go up if you don't want it to. Yeah, so now you'll see, oh my God, Jeremy, what have you done? I've torn it. What I'll do is I'll go and get a Sharpie. It's the most basic Sharpie. I probably should have had this ready, but I don't usually screw it up. So what you do, just Sharpie it on. Before, after. Look, it's not perfect, okay? But no one's gonna care about that. No one's gonna be like, oh, you Sharpied? You Sharpied? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That is so stupid. Why would you Sharpie such a beautiful card back? Yeah, I did it because I don't want to see all the white, because then it makes you look like you fucked up even more than what you actually did. Okay, but that's a pretty good card back. Now we'll finish off with getting the stickers. These ones are perfect. There's EB Games ones. I'll get it for you. There's EB Games ones that have this kind of sticker. Now this is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper that I'm gonna do a custom for in a future episode. And when I got it, yeah, even though it was on sale, it had a sale sticker on top of it. These stickers are impossible to get off. So I'm probably just gonna have to keep that on. But for now, these stickers, just an easy peel off. Take your time, don't scratch it too much. They'll easily come off if you go nice and slow and you just pull towards you. That's the most important part. Pull towards you. Now it's done. Perfect card back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out these figures and I will take you back when I am done. Cool. And I'll just show you the figurines. Guys, we've encountered my very first ever problem that I've seen with this. I was cutting so perfectly down the side here, but as you see, it's lifted up here. You got to be really careful when it comes to this because look, it's fine when it's down here, but you'll see there's a lot of the kind of coloring that's lifting off at the top there. I'm probably going to super glue that down later and then I'll come back to it, but just be really careful when you're cutting because you might actually and unintentionally lift off even more and tear that paint. And the last thing that you want to do is rip that whole thing off and then just cut it all out and put it back on together. You'll never find the right spot. It looks a lot it looks a lot harder than what it seems. Just don't squeeze it too much. Problem is when you squeeze it, you're just lifting all of that up. So I'll bring you back. I just thought that'd be an interesting thing to show you. I'll bring you back when it's done. I just want to show you, that was bang on perfect. My very first cut around. Look, it is possible to do. I think it's just because this was sitting around for quite a while and someone had been messing around with it. I also don't think they put enough glue. But now that all of that's gone, you can see the problem that I was talking about, and I'll just try not to lift too much off. There, right there, you see? Now the color's all good towards this side right here, but over here, you're just lifting too much off. No. So I will super glue that down. I might actually, yeah, look, I have to leave a little bit of the lip there. I don't know if you can see, but I have to leave that little lip there until I've super glued that. I can't mess around with that too much now. So I'm going to consider this one done and I'll bring you guys back when I finish the other one. All right, we have finished with the last one. I fucked up a little bit here. I cut down there when I was going in. I had the problem that I told you all about when I pressed in, right? I pressed in like that when you should be pressing and levering that on the side along with this edge. Guys, we all make mistakes. I know you probably think I'm perfect. Tell me, I'm gonna put this up here. Tell me where you think that I Sharpied this in, by the way, because I did screw it up somewhere. Tell me down below where you think. All right. So we have the 3 cards, yeah? Boom. Only thing is left with the other 2, I completely forgot. Let's take this off and remember, just pull up. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. It is so satisfying. Also, massive fan of the cyan. Oh yeah, baby. Honestly, this could be one of my favorite figurines. It's not, but it definitely has, for this new wave, it's definitely up there. Nothing beats the Mandalorian Mines of Mandalore. It's the exact same one as the N1 Naboo Starfighter one, where you have the soft cape with all of the tears and you have all of the add-ons as well. It just has a different card back, which is again why I regret not keeping that card back. But look, what can you do? We've got 3 new bad boys to add to the collection. Let's get to the figurines, okay? All right. I'm going to change up the camera. So we have Mandalorian from the Imperial Light Cruiser. This is sometimes the most annoying part, getting this sticky tape off. You see, it's so annoying. But the best thing of having a precision knife is whoosh, and pow, pow, pow. And you don't cut the gun. Hell yes. You just get that little bit of sticky tape that's on there. Boom. Guys, this is Genie Bar. Pop this bad boy out. Let's get the helmet first because I love this helmet. Oh. I can't believe I caught that. All right, and love that. Okay, whoa. Now that, my friends, is a cool backpack. Not backpack, jetpack. That is a really cool jetpack. Oh yeah, I am liking this figurine. I actually, you know what? I think I might customize this one. Even then, you know, because the funny thing is, all you got to do is just lift up the jaw, right? And, oh, here we go. Pop. That's how you do the removable head stuff, right? You just lift up the jaw. I don't know if I'd want to change the head on it. Maybe I could add a Mando head and then kind of sculpt out. But honestly, I'm loving this guy. Let's see if his head can actually fit in there. Oh, no way. You know what? This is a different kind of figure. That kind of works perfectly. So take that head off. This helmet goes on as its own thing. I like that. I really like that. This is seriously, I was joking before about this being one of my favorite figurines. This is nice. You know, obviously removable head. I thought this was just going to be a removable helmet. Nice. Really good articulation. Yep. Yeah. The armor, what I love about these armor sets is how they just sit on the shoulder when you can actually move it, and then it will move like it's just connected to the main piece here. It makes moving them and making them articulate so much better. But that jetpack, guys, I think this is going to be our customizable Mandalorian figure. This is seriously, that is hands down one of the coolest. That is bang on perfect. I love that figurine. All right, let's go Shay. There's that little helmet, right? Also, I'll give him his gun over there. Now, I really like this armor set. I really, really like that armor set. I don't know about that jetpack, but you know also what I like about this is it's not as frail. If you see the Fennec Shand one, I'll put it on the screen just there. If you see the Fennec Shand one, it is so frail. The Ahsoka Tano one as well, super frail. So I'm loving how this one is a little thicker. Oh, that articulation's perfect. Oh, it's removable as well. Oh yeah, this is a cool figurine. You know what? I think I might buy a second one of these just to customize it. All right, let's get her gun out there. And what I've been so keen for, a little bit of Monica in my life. Yes. Okay, those guns are really cool. But that is what I've been so keen for. Oh my God, I wish all of them had that. Flamethrowers, baby. Oh, now that is so sick. Whoosh. Whoosh. All right. Now, honestly, that has to be one of the coolest figurines. Oh, I might actually make part of that. If I could add that onto this guy somehow, oh, that would be nasty. Maybe even taking off her arms and putting it on here. Who knows? Who knows? But that is nice. And her helmet, let's chuck that one. Oh, this is the same. Guys, this is the first time I've actually seen helmets like this where you have to take off the head in order to put it on. You know what? I was confused how that was going to happen when it came to actually having the hair there. Makes a lot of sense. Now that is cool. Yeah, that is a sick figurine. That is some seriously cool stuff. Vintage collection, you have outdone yourself right here. Let's take those bad boys out. Let's leave her to the side there. You know what, let's slide them along. All right, let's give her her goodies. These machine guns, they're kind of like Tommy machine guns, you know? Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. Not my favorite, but I like those a lot more than just the average, you know, you get the average clone. I like this guy, what? Hauser, come on, tell me this helmet is you can just slip it on. Come on. There we go, guys. This is exactly what I was talking about. So that helmet, you're actually able to just slip on any one of the characters. I wonder if that head would go well in there. Yeah. So you see here, like you can perfectly fit in a head in that helmet. It's pretty universal. I probably wouldn't say do it too much because you'll screw up the mold. You'll screw up the mold of this helmet if you have to squeeze it onto different things. Let's get our precision knife. Hell yes. Oh my God, that is so cool. Okay, look. Every clone is kind of the same. Obviously, Jango Fett, shout out. Oh, nice, it's removable. Okay, if I can actually get it off his head. So you could effectively have your own custom captain with this pauldron here if you want to paint that one. I'm loving this one. Yeah. Hauser, you are sick. Look, he's a little thinner than I expected. If you kind of compare these two bad boys, you'll see the Mandalorian is a lot thicker and he's a lot heavier. Jetpack not included, right? He's still so much heavier. He's got so much, like, he's got so much more weight on the arms as well as on this torso. It's a lot thicker, it's a lot wider. Love that one. This one is so cool, but I don't know, just nothing beats this. That is some seriously cool figurines. All right. Look, it's pretty average articulation when it comes to the clone. This is what I mean by that shoulder armor when I was talking about that before. This one, you're able to move and articulate, and then you've got the softer armor here, right? So that can just sit there pretending like it's still a part of the body. Whereas this one, it's very much rigid and the same, like, you know, this guy is going to struggle to stretch before a warm-up. Look, this one's not bad. It's not bad. It is not my favorite clone so far. But you know, he's cool. He's cool. Again, I wish they had the season 3 Bad Batch version of Hauser. I think it is so much cooler. Still, I love this character, love his development in season 3. Hopefully we get to see one last little shot of him. But yeah, so that is going to be it for today. We have got the 3 figurines. We've got all of the card backs to kind of work with it. Bang, bang, bang. And now we know exactly how to trim all of the plastic from your card backs. You know how to safely remove your figurine from the card back, as well as you know how to touch it up if you've made a little bit of a mistake. Even if it's a manufacturing thing, like his little thing here, all right, silly duffer. Even if it's that, we know how to fix it. We know how to work around it. I'm loving these figurines. I'm gonna put in on my Instagram, as well as I'll probably add towards the end of this video, I'll do a little bit of toy photography with these figurines. Maybe I'll get them fighting or fighting together against something huge. But guys, thank you for expanding Bloore On Mandalore with me. This has been a lot of fun. I love this. This is gonna, 100%, this is gonna be the future of the channel. I am so excited. Get ready for the next side of it, which is going to be me painting and taking out and customizing my clone phase 1 and clone phase 2 trooper. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a like down below. It's super helpful. Comment what you think about the figurines. I am absolutely in love with this Mandalorian fleet commander. He is so cool. And that backpack, man, this is, even the way it clicks in, I hope you can hear it. Here, let me just, oh, beautiful. I hope that caught that. But guys, it's been a pleasure. I love you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.